starting with the spider group. So the order is Aranida and the phylum is Arthropoda. So a member of group of arachnids, it is characterized by having 6 pair of appendages, which is including 4 pairs of legs and 2 main body parts, which is attached by narrow stalk. Arachnids' body are segmented with well-developed head and external skeleton. The lifespan. Spider lives up to 1 year and tarantula, it lives up to 15 years. So the class of Arachnida is divided into mainly 3 types: Acaridae, Aranidae and Scorpoidae. So Acaridae is mites, Aranidae is spiders and Scorpoidae is scorpions. So then spiders are of mainly 2 types, that is Aranomorphae, that is dinumons, and Megalomorphae, that is tetranumons. So Aranomorphae, it is having 1 pair of lungs. They spin cobwebs in air and they are called the true spiders or the tarantulas. So Aranomorphae, they are having 1 pair of lungs. They spin their cobwebs in the air and they are called the true or the true spiders or the tarantulas. Then the tetranumons or the Megalomorphes, they have 2 pairs of lungs and they live in funnels or tubular holes in the ground. So important spider remedies. First is Araniae diadem, that is spider's purple cross. Araniae cyanesea, that is grey spider. Third is Tarantula hispanica, that is Spanish spider. Then fourth is Tarantula cubensis, that is a Cuban spider. Then fifth is Theridion curasavicum, that is West Indian orange spider. Sixth is Lectrodectus mactans, that is American black widow. Seventh is Lectrodectus hazelti, that is New South Wales spider. Eighth is Lectrodectus capillo, that is New Zealand spider. Ninth is Mygale lasiodora, that is black Cuban spider. And 10th is Stella ariniarum, that is spider's web. So these are the important spider remedies. So the constitution of the spider group. So they are tall, they are slender, they are restless, nervous, very hypersensitive people. People who are very quick, they have very colorful personalities and they have artistic traits, and these people are very active. So the thermal, so they are very chilly. Diathesis, so they are bilious and cancerous. Temperament, so they are very irritable and very hysterical. So the miasm the spider group covers is sora, syphilis, tubercular and psychosis. So ailments from music, fright, motion, disappointed love, noise, grief, sea traveling. And the sphere of action of spider group is mainly on the mind, skin, head, extremities, peripheral nerves, blood, CNS, heart and the sexual organs. Doctrine of signature. So first is spiders, they have 8 legs which are surrounding the whole body and they are in constant motion. So similarly the patient are always restless. Second point is the spiders captures its prey in a very cunning and deceptive woven web. So similarly the patient are very cunning and deceptive in their behavior. So cunning, they are something very clever in dishonest things, and deceptive means having false impression. Third point is the action of the poison of the spider is very violent. Similarly the complaints of the patient, they are also very violent. Fourth is the male spiders is known to dance during the mating season to attract the female spiders. So similarly the patient desires to dance, which relieves his complaints. So these are the doctrine of signature of the spider group. So pathophysiology. So the spider group, it mainly acts on the CNS. So on the CNS, it acts on the motor nerves of the spinal cord, and also they produces hyperesthesia and the convulsions. Then they also act on the CVS, so that is cardiovascular system, that is it acts on the heart and the blood vessels. They produces constriction of the circular muscle fiber and cardiac muscle fiber. Then it also acts on the papillary muscles of the heart through the spinal cords, and they produces the murmurs. Then they acts on the arteries, so they produces constriction of the blood vessel. Then that is hematotoxin action. So due to this, there is degeneration and destruction of the blood vessels. They act on the skin by producing vesicular papules, pustular rashes, and intense itching. They also act on the GIT. They produces acute abdominal pain with rigidity of the abdominal muscles. And lastly they will act on the kidney, that is, it produces moderate albuminuria and hematuria. So characteristic mental symptoms. So first is nervousness. So the spider group people, they are very nervous, and with nervous they are jerky, and there is restlessness with irritability. Second point is tension. So mind is always in tantrums and turmoils. So the tantrum is a burst of anger, and turmoils, it means a state of confusion. So they sees monster, animal faces, insects and ghosts. They see strangers in the room. Then third point is the time passes too quickly. Like they are very averse to work and they find pleasure in nothing. Fourth is sociability. That is, they are very social people. They like company and conversation. They are very fashionable and aristocratic, and they want to possess powers, and they are very friendly. So the fifth point is the patient are very emotional. So they are emotionally imbalanced. They easily gets affected by emotions, and consolation they causes weeping. Sixth is brooding. So brooding means to worry. So they brood over troubles until they prey on her system. Then she becomes more nervous and weakened. Seventh is sadness. So the mood changes very rapidly. She laughs and jokes and quickly bursts into tears. Eighth is violence. This is one of the most strongest feature of the spider group. So there is violence with anger and tears clothing. Ninth is hysteria. So hysteria is to show very excessive or very extreme emotions. So when no one observes, there is no hysteria attacks. They feel as if the head does not belongs to her. There is luminous vibration of the eyes. 10th is this spider group people, they are very mischievous. Then 11th is they are very cunning and destructive. Cunning, I told you earlier that it is cleverness in the sense of dishonesty. So like a fox. Then 12th is insanity. So that is with restlessness and threatening words. So when they are questioned, they do not answer. 13th is excitement. So there is very excitement with singing, dancing and weeping. And last point is they are very restlessness. As we have seen in the point of Doctrine of Signature, that the patient are always restless. So they are both physically and mentally very restless. Characteristic physical symptoms. First is periodicity of the symptoms. See, all the symptoms, they occur and reoccur at same regular intervals. Second is septic condition. So the spider group, they mainly acts on the blood and they will cause septic fevers. Third is palpitations. So there are palpitations with mitral murmurs in the heart. There is trembling in the heart and irregular pulse will be observed. Fourth is extremities. So you will be seeing extreme weakness and prostration. Sixth is sexual erethism. See, sexual erethism is abnormal irritability of the sexual organs on any stimulation. So the female spiders, they show violence and uncontrollable sexual erethism. And there is nymphomania, that is excessive sexual desire. Seventh is violent itching. So there are violent itching in the genitals extending far up into the vagina, and there is sensitiveness of the genitals. Eighth is restlessness. So it will be seen both mentally and physically. Ninth is hypersensitiveness. So every sound, it penetrates the teeth, and every penetrating sound extends through the whole body. 10th is hyperesthesia. See, hyperesthesia is physical sensitivity. It is worse from any grief or any excitement. 11th is pain. It is because the nerves are very sensitive. Pain as if thrills passed over the body in waves and nausea follows. 12th is vertigo. So vertigo is experienced on closing the eyes from motion. Then there is noise with nausea. There is vertigo with dim vision, and there is pain in the eyes. 13th is nausea. So nausea there is with headache, and it is worse on the warm drink. 14th is desire. So this spider group people, they desire raw food, cold drinks, banana, alcoholic drinks and tobacco. 15th is aversion. So they are averse to eat bread, meat and chocolates. So here are the general modalities. So starting with the aggravation. So all the symptoms are being aggravated from motion, touch, noise, sound, damp weather, periodical, then night. And all the symptoms are ameliorated by in the open air, by music, dance and warmth.